Hey y'all, what's up? It has been a minute since I've come on this platform and made a video. So today I figured I would be doing a review. So today I'm going to be reviewing this Dior Backstage foundation for y'all. Initially, I was inspired to do this because when I'm on my phone, the main internet app that I use is Google Chrome. When you open the Chrome app, when it opens the blank page, there's just always a random news article at the bottom. And sometimes the titles really catch my eye. So I saw one and it said something about if a tinted moisturizer and a full coverage foundation had a baby. And I was thinking I was going to talk about a specific product, but the whole article was basically just talking about how light coverage buildable foundations are the wave of the future. It's nice to get that your skin but better look while also being able to build it up so that the product doesn't look cakey, so you're able to cover spots but still looks flawless. And one of the foundations I had mentioned in the article was this one. This was actually the cheapest foundation it mentioned, but it's the most expensive one I've ever bought, which is T. So this one is $40 and I got mine in the shade 2W, so it's medium warm. On the Sephora website, it has a shade matcher, so if you happen to use a foundation you can get at Sephora, you can go ahead and just go through there and find the brand and the shade for your foundation, and it'll automatically match you to the appropriate shade in this line. So when I matched it, I was actually matched for 2WO, so medium warm olive. But when I was in store yesterday, I kind of just rushed and picked up the first one that said 2W, and I realized my mistake this morning. But I'm actually kind of hopeful that this will work because I feel like my skin isn't really truly an olive. It's definitely on the warmer side, but I feel like it's more neutral. Does that make sense? Not too concerned. I don't think this is gonna be a badge. I think this will be a pretty good shade match. So here's the packaging it comes in. It's just this nice kind of silver packaging. It has the shade on the top. It is professional performance. It claims to be waterproof and sweat resistant, which I'm gonna test for you guys. I'm gonna be wearing this and just going about a normal day. I'm seeing if that's true. It's a custom build foundation with a natural glow finish. For me, this package is kind of hard to understand because I don't know if you guys can see. No, you can't. But the instructions on here, first of all, we are in North America. Why is this in English and French? Y'all need to start putting Spanish on this stuff. But anyways, they kind of for the instructions just kind of mix the English and the French, and I hate when packages do that. Most things that I notice that have multilingual labeling, it's kind of just one side will be one language, one side will be the other, because it's kind of confusing to look through here, especially for something like French, because for me, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like when I start reading French, I'm I should get this, but I don't. But it has instructions on here for how to build this up. So there's 3 ways to wear it. For light nude coverage, it suggests using your fingers to gently dab 1 layer of foundation and massage onto the face. For medium coverage, apply 2 layers with a flat brush from the center of the face outwards, and then for full perfection coverage, use a round brush and apply up to 3 layers in circular motions. Now for me, y'all know I do not like the full coverage look. I don't mind a pimple right here peeking through. I like my skin to still look like skin, so I'm not really gonna try for the 3 layers, especially because I am trying to wear this out today and I don't want it to be too obvious. I want this to just be a natural look, but I still want to demonstrate the product for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead with a medium coverage. So I guess I should go ahead and actually show you guys the product. So here's the bottle it comes in. It's nice, really luxe packaging. This is a plastic bottle, not a cheap plastic. It's a really nice, I don't know what the material is. It's a plastic, but it's really nice plastic. I had seen some videos where people got samples of this, I guess, before they had dropped it, and the samples came in a glass bottle, which to me, for $40, it would be nice if the packaging was up to par too, as far as materials and stuff. But I mean, if the product works, I'm not gonna complain. It could come in a plastic bag for all I care, as long as it works. And then this is the applicator. It is very reminiscent of a Glossier skin tint or First Aid Beauty skin perfecting tint. Worst part about having pets is getting their fur in your mouth randomly. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the product. So this might look a little scary because this is a dropper, but if you use very gentle pressure, you can literally let it out drop by drop. There's what it looks like. To me, that looks like it's gonna be a good match. So this product's kind of weird because it's a very liquidy foundation, but it also doesn't slide like other liquid foundations I've tried. For instance, this NYX Total Control Drop foundation. I'll just do 1 drop with that to show you guys. So as you can see, here is the Dior and here's the NYX drop. And as you can see, the Dior is a liquidy finish, but as you can see, the NYX is kind of dripping. It has a little bit more viscosity to it. Also, as you can see, the NYX Total Drop's kind of orange, and this one's more golden yellow tone, which is more in line with my skin tone. But I'm not really gonna be able to tell though until I apply it to the whole face. So let me quit talking and do that. I want you guys to see how this looks when you apply it with different types of tools. So I'm gonna apply half of my face Ramo, oh my god, that was my neck. So I'm gonna apply half of my face using a brush, and the other half I'm gonna use a beauty blender. I'm gonna do the right half of my face using a brush because I'm right-handed. I feel like it'd be a lot easier to manipulate a brush on the right side of my face with my right hand than the left side, and I want to be as objective as possible with this, so I don't want to be, fucking up on the application. I'm just gonna take 2 or 3 drops on the back of my hand because I literally have no idea how much this builds up, and I'm just gonna go from there. So I'm just gonna take this 2 or 3 drops, and I'm gonna take this is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. So I'm gonna first just kind of stipple it on the right side of my face just to kind of get the product on there so I can start buffing it in. Also, just a disclaimer, I'm not gonna wear a primer today because, as with all foundations reviews, I want to, see see how this product wears on its own and if it can stand up to the test or not. Okay, well I really feel like that did nothing, so I'm just gonna add a couple more drops here. I am sweating right now. It is October. I should not be sweating. I am gonna get a fan because, bitch, this is gonna fucking ruin the application. So I got a little breeze going, so I'm not gonna be sweating this off before we even finish the application. Hopefully the noise is not too distracting, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let me just finish buffing that in. So this is one layer. As you can see, this finish is very skin-like. I feel like this can't really be classified as a foundation type. You know how foundations are classified as dewy finish or matte or satiny? I really don't know how to categorize this other than this literally just looks like my skin right now. One thing I am noticing that's not happening with this foundation that does happen with my NYX Total Control Drops foundation, which I think partly has to do with the viscosity of the formula, is this is not settling into my pores and accentuating them. If anything, actually, it's kind of blurring them out a little bit. So again, that's one half of my face. I'll come a little closer so you guys can see. So as you can see, my problems are still peeking through, but this is only one layer. It is a buildable foundation, and everything does just look a lot more even on this side than on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same on the other side. I don't think it would be a good idea to just apply this with a beauty blender straight from the back of my hands and my face because I feel like the beauty blender will absorb too much product. So instead I'm gonna take this EcoTools flat foundation brush. I'm just gonna kind of apply to the center of my face and just kind of like prep it to be blent outwards. I should have started filming like 30 minutes ago. I just shaved so I'd look presentable for this video and I was red as hell, but my skin calmed down, so I can't really demonstrate that for you. That would have been nice. I'm just gonna blend it all out with a damp beauty blender. So right now I can't really tell a difference in either side. They both just look nice and even. This foundation doesn't streak at all, so I can't really tell that I applied this side with a brush, but just to make it a little bit more uniform, I'm gonna just blend it all in. Now this is one layer. This is what is considered to be light coverage. So I do want to demonstrate the layering capabilities of this product, and I want to demonstrate for y'all how buildable this is. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a second layer, but this time I'm just gonna do the whole face using the beauty blender. So I'm just gonna take a decent amount like that. And that is applied with 2 layers. The medium coverage is pretty flawless actually. Like, I'm actually really loving this. I don't really see much of anything peeking through besides this, this, and this. One of the benefits of buildable foundation that the article had talked about was that you can actually apply it just spots that you need it to sort of correct like you would a concealer. So I'm just gonna take the leftover product on the brush and dab the areas that are still peeking through a little bit where I have some redness. And again, just to really make sure everything is nice and seamless, blend that in. All right, and that right there is what we're looking like with 2 layers on plus spot concealing with a little bit of the product. As you can see, this is flawless.
I woke up like this, we flawless.
So initial thoughts on this foundation, I really love the finish on the skin. It does a nice job of blurring everything and not settling into pores or fine lines. When you apply it, it does a great job of covering. It doesn't look cakey at all. I have to get really close to even tell I have anything on the skin. So I'm living for this product. But of course, you know, the application is only part of the process. So I'm not gonna speak on her too soon, but I am gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. Today's theme is longevity and a simple makeup look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my brows and a quick lip. So for my brows, I'm gonna use my Kat Von D Signature Brow Pencil in the shade Walnut, and I like this for this precise edge. I'm gonna do like a bold but natural brow. I love how I thought I was gonna go for a natural look, but these brows are bugging, but that's okay. Now I'm just gonna do a really simple lip. So first I'm gonna apply a layer of this Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Now I know this is a sleeping mask, which means that I should be using it at night, but honestly, this product is like the best like lip balm, I guess, I've ever used. This shit is like crack for your lips. I love it when I use it at night because I wake up to the softest lips ever, but I'll just use it during the day as my normal chapstick too now because it's really just that moisturizing and it's really not that hard to carry around with you. It's just this nice little container. And then because it is still daytime, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Kiehl's Lip Butter Stick treatment, and this is in the shade Naturally Nude. So this is just a tinted lip balm, and it's like a nice nude color. It looks really strong on camera, but it does not come off this strong on the lips. And I wear this during the day just to add a pop of color as well as provide UV protection because this does have SPF 30 in it, and it is important that you guys are protecting your lips from UV damage. And as you can see, that combo just gives a nice sort of glossy look. but it still looks nice and natural and it makes my lips stand out. I look like I just have naturally hydrated and pigmented lips. So this is the look we're gonna wear out today. It's very nice and simple, very skin-like, very natural finish. So it's currently 12:49 p.m. I have a long day ahead of me. I have some errands to run. I am gonna go to the gym, so I'm gonna test that sweat-proof claim. I don't think I'll be home until way later tonight, so I'll do a check-in to see how this wears for y'all. So just checking in at 12:45, and I'll be back soon, hopefully to show you guys how this wears throughout the day. Hey y'all, I'm just doing a check-in on this foundation. It's currently about 3:22, so we've been wearing it for about a little over 2 hours. And as you can see, the foundation itself is actually holding up really well. The coverage is still there. It hasn't slid off or anything. I changed my shirt, and I noticed that this foundation doesn't have any type of transfer or anything like that to clothes, at least from what I've noticed. I mean, I'm not saying here rubbing my clothes on my face, but just from incidental changing clothes and living life, I don't notice any transfer going on with this. If that's a problem that y'all tend to have with your foundation, I'm here to let you know that that is not an issue you'll have with this foundation. As for the finish, when we first applied it, it was a little bit more matte than this. We do have some oil coming through, but to be fair, I'm currently in the car right now, so I have 2 windows right here. When I first applied the product, the lighting I had was just the natural light coming from the window, and then the 2 soft boxes on the side, which were to the side of me, but still more to the front. So all the light was coming at me from the front. So objectively, I don't know if I can give an opinion on how the finish is holding up on this because the lighting is different, but something to keep in mind. Hey y'all, so it is now 9:05. When did I apply it before? I think I applied it at 12:45. So it's about a little over 8 hours later now. So I'm sitting down here to show you guys how the foundation has worn up today. Firstly, for the finish, it's not a matte finish anymore, obviously, but what I will say is this is not a terribly oily finish. This is doable, and mind you, this is without any sort of setting spray, any sort of powder, or any sort of primer. So obviously if I had used any of those products, I feel like this would have turned out a lot better than what we're seeing right now. But I'm not mad at this, and this isn't anything that you couldn't touch up. I can't really hate the finish. Now as for the actual coverage, as you can see, some of the spots are starting to peek through, like this hyperpigmentation spot I have here, and some of the stuff on my forehead is starting to peek through, but overall I still do have a very even skin tone. The coverage is still really good, and like I said, this is without any sort of powder, setting sprays, or any primers, as well as without any concealers. So that is my full review on this product. I hate to admit that this is kind of my favorite foundation I have right now because it's literally the most expensive one I have, but I guess you get what you pay for. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content in the future. Go ahead and click the bell button so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Leave a comment below letting me know any videos you guys want me to do in the future. You guys want me to review any products, you guys want me to tell a story time, you guys want me to do a specific look, anything like that, just leave a comment below, and I'd love to do your videos because I'm really not that creative, TBH. I'll be back shortly with another video. Bye.